morning. I'm on a bit of a mission today. On the outskirts of Bexhill, I've just entered this woodland here, and there's the remains of what was Coodon Manor. No house there anymore, but there's still a moat. It's in the middle of this wood. So I'm going to try and find it. Well, that's the first part of the mission successful. Looks like this is the corner, because it runs that direction and it also runs that direction. All this concrete, that's obviously nothing to do with what was the manor, because the manor was 13th century. I'm assuming this is all Second World War defences that were in the area, and they've cleared the local fields and dumped them in here, which is a bit naughty really. Right, well, I've been around the outside as much as I can. I've had a good look on the map. This moat is almost complete, but on the far side there is a little sort of land bridge section, and I wanted to access the island in the middle, but that section is now, we can see through there's houses, the access bit is now in one of those gardens, so no visit to the island, I'm afraid, and I don't really fancy wading across there. I'll just move on to the next location. Morning, ladies. I know that one's a bit far off, but I can't get any closer. That's Barnhorn Manor, 17th century, so it's late 1600s, but obviously still lived in, which is nice. Now I find this rather interesting. The farmer has put up these signs everywhere about sticking to the footpath and the current problems, which is, yeah, great, extra information, whatever. What I don't get, so many of you enjoying walking across the farm in this horrible area. If you don't know where the footpath is, please Google it when you get home. That's all well and good, and it's all well and good even putting them signs up. But if I come back here, there is no actual footpath sign. And when I exited the wood over there is no footpath sign. And in the woodland on the far side there's a sign saying, "Oh, don't go walking up our lawn, the footpath goes straight across." Well, that's obviously an issue, and it's obviously been happening because there is no signage. So maybe rather than making these pretty little plastic signs, just a simple signpost with a footpath arrow either side of the field. Maybe people wouldn't go walking up his lawn. Just a thought. Same problem here. You've got a gateway going that way, a gateway going that way. Where you can see it, there's a stile in that fence just ahead. No signage whatsoever. It's only that I've got an enlarged version of the local ordnance survey and a compass that I know, can't really see very clearly from here, but over there-ish, outside that fence there's a pond. I know I'm got to keep left of that pond. But there's nothing to say so. So, Mr. Farmer, and any other landowners, I can understand you being upset with people wandering across your property where they shouldn't be, but maybe if you put some signs up, people would stick to them. I don't think these farm buildings have seen any use for a little while. Nice little pond in front of it. It's a shame they're left like that. Oh, while I think about it, following on from a discussion I was having last night, I've got the desert boots on today. So quick shout out to my friend Rachel, who I was discussing the virtues of them last night. Well, at last, I've found a footpath sign, so I know I'm on the right course. But you can just make out underneath that big oak tree up there, that derelict farm building. If I hadn't got the map out and took a compass bearing from that to this corner of the field, I'd never have found it. There is a faint track in the grass, but you know, on a farm like this, that could be, you know, a track that the cows or the sheep have left when they've been moved from field to field, because they tend to walk in a line. You can't always go by the lines in the grass. But yeah, no thanks to Mr. Farmer. We're back on course. Now, as much as I like sticking to the footpath, a hole in the hedge is over there where I popped out. And according to the map, I've got to cross this field directly to the high point, which is sort of top of this track, straight across this field. But the farmers recently spread it with slurry. I'm not walking through that. So I've just gone around the edge of the field and I'm walking up this track instead. Lovely and quiet out here today. It's a bit far off, you can't really see it, but there's another very, very old farm up there, some very old farm buildings. I can't remember the name of that one. I've actually done some work there. Their old barn is a barn conversion, and I've delivered some furniture there. Very nice. And the houses on the ridge there, on that bit, they're actually alongside the main A259, the coast road, which is obviously a very busy road, normally. But you wouldn't believe it's this quiet just a couple of fields away. Over that way is Barnhorn Manor, you can see in between the trees. I walked past that. I started over there somewhere, where I parked. So I walked up through this woodland, through the farm at Barnhorn Manor, across the fields. Should have been straight across this mucky field, but I went along the bottom and up this driveway instead, which looks like a lot of people do, because I've seen a couple of people walking now. Over the brow of the hill, got to head off in that sort of direction somewhere, down onto Pevensea levels. Now, I don't want to sound like an old scratch record, although I probably am. So I'm at the top of the field where the footpath goes. I'll go through that field. Although the gate has got rope across it. So go through that field. Or down there. No signs. Time to get the map out again. Probably won't be able to make it out on film because it's too far away and it's very hazy today. In the distance there on the horizon is the little baby wind farm down near Polgate. And to the left of that, if you can see it in the mist haze, is the beginning of the South Downs. Very hazy in the distance today though, but it is beautiful weather. I've just got to cross one of the little rivers here somewhere, when I can find it. Right, in an ideal world, I need to find a crossing point to get across here. It's not one marked on the map, but it doesn't mean there isn't one. There's lots of little ones littered all around here. The golf course is on the opposite side of the water, where I'd like to be, because there is a footpath running just that side of the water, back that direction, and that's more or less where I want to be. If not, I'm going to have to walk this side and back, but it wouldn't be as nice a walk. So I'll walk up this way and hunt for a crossing. If I cross that one, then I can cross that one, then I'll be the right side of the water. Result. Birds are going nuts. Lots of singing. I don't know if you can hear in the background. My first cuckoo of the year. Over there somewhere. Right. Shush bird. Across the golf course. I'm liking this. With all the golf courses and so on shut. It's like having your own private park. It's quite cool. Hooray! The desert boots are back in the sand. Well, it is only a bunker on a golf course, but it's the thought that counts.